Hello. If you're not following Matt Steele or 2 Gay Matts on Instagram, just so you know, Matt Steele is coming off of 2 days of 2 performances a day. In Messy White Gaze. He is an understudy that was put in, coach, and he performed 4 times over the past 48 hours, but he still made it here to record the podcast and live stream it with all of you. A round of applause, darling. Truly wonderful, truly amazing, truly iconic.
Mean, God almighty, the Nobel Peace Prize just needs to go, because the bravery that I hold within my tiny little 5'7.5", 138 pounds, sometimes 142 pound when it's December and it's Christmas body.
I can't believe we're discussing your weight.
I'm just saying I always fluctuate between those 2 weights, and so the people need to know. I've been that way since high school. It says it on my resume.
I've gone from praising you to being like, ugh, this bitch, in a record time. It's really taken so little time for me to turn.
It doesn't really matter what you think, honey, because the New York audiences love me.
Well, I'm glad they do. Tell them about 2 Gay Matts.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of 2 Gay Matts. It is Matt Steele.
And it's Matt Palmer.
And as you heard us talk about before, I can't talk. And I'm glad that I'm on a podcast right now because I literally cannot form words out of my mouth. It has been the craziest, I don't even know. I'm not doing math. There's literally a line in the show that I said 4 times this weekend. Ugh, math is so fucking boring. I can't do the math of how many hours just went by. Because let me tell you, y'all know I've been an understudy in the off-Broadway show, Messy White Gaze. It would be my off-Broadway debut. Yes. Really, really fucking hysterical show written by Drew Droege. And there's 5 roles. I cover 3 of them. And the ironic thing is, Drew Droege, he has another commitment, and so he's going to be out the next 2 days. And so the other understudy, there's 2 of us, the other understudy covers him. And so all week long, they've been sort of preparing the other understudy to go on for these 2 days that Drew Droege is going to miss.
Right.
But so I'm just sitting there. The only type of rehearsal I have had is we had 2 days of a sort of understudy focused rehearsal where it was no one but me and the other understudy and the stage manager, one of the crew girls, and the writer, who's also Drew Droege. There, I think the director was there for 2 of the days. Yes, and basically it was kind of just let's walk through the space, saying the lines, casually, doing it very easy. Oh, here's where so and so leaves their props. Here's where you pick up the basically just walking through the space and not polished in the slightest. Memorized lines ish and everything, but also they were just 3 days, and so I cover 3 roles, so it's not like we could really focus on one role at a time.
Right.
I was kind of going through all of them, so I have had no real rehearsal with the other cast, not going through without stopping, anything like that.
Yes.
And so I come Saturday morning, I was I'm gonna have a day at the theater. I'm just gonna sit backstage like I always do and fucking not knit. The other understudy, he knits, so I watch him knit, and maybe I'll get a boba between shows, get a little bit of writing done. So I do my laundry in the morning. I'm feeling good. I get in the shower a little later, probably 2 o'clock. I get in the shower 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Jesus.
I take a actually, the shower was probably 2:45 because I get out of the shower and it's 3:10, and I get a text message from my fellow castmate, Aaron, lovely individual. I adore him.
Hi, Aaron.
He says, "Let's go, King." And I was like, "Let's go what?"
God.
And that is when I got the email. I looked at my emails and I saw that the stage manager has emailed me, and she was like, "I'm about to text you, but Pete Zayas, who's, when I tell you, fucking brilliant in this show, one of the reviews called it probably one of the funniest performances happening right now in New York City.
Wow.
He is so excellent in this role. The role is so funny." She was like, "Pete Zayas is calling out today. You're going on."
Oh my God.
And I was just like, wait a minute. It's 3:15 right now. The show is at 5 o'clock.
Good
So
God.
I was just like, holy fucking shit. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I like text everyone. I text whoever. I post a fucking naked Instagram story because I was in my underwear at the time because I just got out of the shower. And so I'm like in my underwear being like, I'm going on, buy tickets. Being like, I'm about to make my Broadway debut Jesus Christ, off-Broadway debut.
Potato.
Whatever. In less than 2 hours. And so I just run up to the theater and I'm just like, and I'm just calling people. My phone is going off the hook. I thought that like the Super Bowl commercial day of this year was crazy for my phone.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this was also nuts. And so I was like, okay. So the wonderful Drew Droege was there and he was like, let's real quick just like run lines for the entire show. We did that. Like
Jesus.
They were like, here's your costume that I have never worn in full yet because I have a whole separate costume because I'm a different, size than everybody. And so, and they're like, okay, this is this, that is that, and audience is entering, house is open.
Jesus.
Good luck. And everyone was like, you're in great shape, and I'm like, am I, girl? Am I? So I did the 5:00 show on the Saturday, and it went well.
Good.
Like, I was happy with how it went.
Yes.
Like the role is so funny, so it's kind of like a foolproof role. Like Drew Droege really wrote the fuck out of this role. It's so funny, and so.
But you didn't forget
any.
any blocking, didn't forget any lines. Like to me, that is so scary.
No. Here's what I forgot in the first show. I
Okay.
forgot a line that we added it like very, very like when we started previews. Is like near the very, very, very end. And so I was like, Jesus Christ, I get through this whole show without forgetting a single line. And right at the very end, I fuck up. But like it truly, the other actor, my other actor, James, who's wonderful, he immediately saw like Matt Steele's not going to say it, I'm going to say it. And
Nice.
so he just said the line and it totally worked. Like I asked people, I was like, did you notice that? And they were like, not in the fucking slightest. And I also, there's a part, I have to go backstage at one part and my character has to do a lot of cocaine. And
course.
so I like have to, I need these like Coke vials, or I think that's what they're called. I don't know what they're called, but so I'm really stretching myself for this role, guys. And so I had to like put these like Coke vials in my pocket for later on in the show, and I forgot to do that. Instead, they were on this like Coke tray, and so when time came for me to take the Coke vials out, I was like, oh, I forgot to put the Coke vials in my pocket. But wonderful James saved me again.
Get him,
And
James.
He found the 2 Coke vials on the tray and he gave them to me and he was like, yay. And it was like, okay, so things that no one noticed for the first show. Second show, went off without a hitch. Fucking great. Third, and so second, so I did 2 shows on Saturday. And so I was like, Jesus Christ, my family came up for the night show, for the 9:00 show. Really, really enjoyed it. My mom stayed the night and she was like, do you think you're going on tomorrow? And I was like, I don't think so. I think this is just, a one day thing. It's going to be fine because, Drew Droge's going to go on at the night show tomorrow. So like 2 understudies on one show, that's going to be crazy.
That'd be crazy. Who would do that?
Well, I get the text message this morning. You're going on again.
Bitch.
And so I was like, okay. And we had 2 shows again today. So we had the 3:00 show. That went really well. And then we had a 7:00 show, which is the reason why I was late to this podcast because it was a show like I had people come and we had these like Broadway VIP people who we had to meet afterwards and everything. And the second show today was definitely my best, I feel.
Oh, good.
I felt really honestly very good about all of them. But the second, and it was also wonderful because my fellow understudy, Drew, who I fucking love to bits, like Drew Riley and we have been like fucking Laverne and Shirley in the backstage, just having the time of our lives and just like rooting each other on. And so it's wonderful that like his first day, he got to go on for the 7:00 show. And so I was up there with him because I've been telling him the whole time, I'm like, it's going to be weird having to act this play with other people because he and I we run lines together. Like when we had those little understudy like rehearsals and everything, it was me acting with him and the 2 of us playing all 5 roles. Like so I'm so happy that I got to go on for him. He totally fucking killed it. Like everyone did a great job. Like my whole cast just like navigating me and like moving me around if I needed to be moved around. And I think it went really, really well. I'm hoping that Pete's doing well. Pete, like when I tell y'all, Pete Zayas. Y'all should find him. He hosts an internet show called Total Trash Live. Okay. And he is a motherfucking star. He's truly just like one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life, like a true personality. And I love nothing more than like a character girl. And so
exactly.
So like Pete, you are a rock star. Like, I hope you're doing well. And I love him. I love all the cast. I love everyone. I love the world. I love the world. To quote Julia Roberts' Oscar speech, I love the world. I'm so happy.
I'm so glad you're And so of the 3 roles that you have trained for, those are your tracks, was this the one you were the most comfortable with going into it? Or was this like, oh, I don't feel as comfortable with this one as I could one of the other 2?
This is the one that I did feel the most comfortable with.
Oh, thank God.
This character truly like has like all the gags, all the lines, like the like one-liners and everything. So they're real easy to remember. His lines are very easy to remember.
Good.
The blocking's easy to remember. Like another character I cover has a little more complex blocking, a little more lines and everything. Another character I cover, his lines are a little more difficult to remember because his whole gag is he's supposed to be like this hot jock, and so he's like a couple steps behind in every conversation, so his lines are totally random and everything. But the role of Thacker that I covered, he's this like, I mean, he's the way Pete plays him is he's this like guy who like, it's totally like he's trying to be a Broadway dancer, but he has this like bleach blonde hair, and he just like he's just like spent like decades of his life trying to still be this like Twinkie dancer, but he's just like, like this like delusional like coke head. And so for me, it's a little different because I'm like younger and smaller and like shorter and everything. And so I am very much just like, okay, the way I'm going to do it is very much just like demon twink, like that whole route and everything. So it's fun to play that role because like Pete is such a strong personality that like you can't imitate him. So you're really I was really forced to just be me and everything. Totally. And I feel like that gave me a lot of freedom. And so I really am happy that I went on for this role because
I am so proud of you. Yeah. I am so excited for you. This is such a moment. And it's a moment that like was kind of an inevitability. Like at some point you're going to go on, but like you had so little prep time. You had so like it boggles the mind. The idea of having to do what you described truly is like a nightmare scenario for most human beings on earth. So I feel like you are one in a million of people who would be like, okay, I got this and I'm going to do it. And that was also going to be my question. Like, do you do what Pete does or do you do your own thing? And I love that you had already made that choice. You're like, no, this is going to come across differently from my point of view. I have a different like angle on this character, but I think it's going to work very well. And clearly it did. People were blown away. I saw so many people posting like, oh, I'm seeing that steal. I'm seeing that steal. And people film. I love seeing your little bow. And I was like, oh, shirt's off, blood's on. I see there's things have happened. It's like you were Nicole Scherzinger in whatever show that was.
Oh yeah, I fucking still have blood in my ear, like because at the end there's blood involved, and so I still have blood in my ear. If y'all are watching it on YouTube, yeah. So, but yeah, I like it's impossible to do an impression of Pete because he is just such a unique individual, and so he's just you can't replicate him because he's such a fucking icon. Right. But yeah, it's truly like getting that message. From Aaron and then Mahal, our incredible stage manager who like has held my hand through everything. I love her. Like I was just like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm running around in my fucking underwear. And I'm like, what do I do? The only thing I thought to grab was just the curling iron. Grab the curling iron.
Hair first. If there's anything about Matt Steele, he's worried about the hair first.
Hair first. I threw the curling iron in the backpack. Did I grab my phone charger? No. Did I grab my like laptop or anything? No. Did I grab any other makeup, hair products, and like that? Anything? Like I had to shower in between shows because, as we said, blood, and I didn't think to like bring my hair dryer, like anything. So like in between shows yesterday, I had to like rush back to my apartment and grab the like little things I need. I had to grab like deodorant and like all this shit. Like my brain was just. Like yesterday I truly felt like I was running a marathon the entire day. And it was wild. Today was a lot more calm.
Good.
But still It's nuts. But Matt Potter, how are you?
As we were talking about before we got on the podcast, for me, I think it's just so hilarious that you're having this crazy, hectic, like once in a lifetime kind of experience on Broadway, off Broadway. And I have had probably the laziest weekend I have had in months, if not years. Like truly, if you don't know, if it hasn't made news everywhere, in LA, it's raining. And we don't deal with rain very well. It's obviously like no one can drive when it's raining. And like it's one of the things, it's like when it snows in Atlanta. Like if you were to snow in Chicago, they have a whole system. Much like the main cast. It's like Chicago when it snows is the main cast. Atlanta when it snows is the understudy. Everything's closed. No one knows what they're doing.
Understudy with no rehearsal.
Yes. And that is very much LA when it rains. It's understudy with no rehearsal. We don't know what to do with ourselves. And so I did so very little. Like I've not stayed on that couch since we got it from the Taylor Swift video. Thank you again, Taylor. And actually it was Albany Park, but whatever, Taylor's related. And I downloaded a new Donkey Kong game for Switch 2 entitled Donkey Kong Bonanza. Began playing that with Jackson, and we got we got started on it. It's very fun, very good. And we also watched a lot of Sex in the City. And then we thought, we'll watch Sleepless in Seattle, because again, it's kind of rainy at Seattle. But then it was just so chilly and so rainy outside that we kind of fell asleep. And so now we need to rewatch the end of Sleepless in Seattle until the rental runs out, Like these are my problems. And then I saw Matt Bridges because he might be moving to an area near us. And so he was looking at a house. So that was very exciting. So we went to get breakfast close by. And I swear this is the morning of Saturday we get together and we're talking about you being in New York and how exciting it is. And it's like, I just can't wait till he goes on. I'm like, yeah, I know. I hope he goes on really soon. And I hope it really happens for him. And then as he was leaving, you texted him, he texted me. And I was like, and then I texted you. I was like, bitch, you're going on? It was a thrill of a lifetime. And if, me and Bridges had any part in that, you're welcome. And then today I went to Cost Plus World Market. And as I was showing beforehand, I got many a throw pillow, including this cute little gingerbread man. I don't know if you're watching on YouTube, you can see him or her.
It's adorable. It's adorable.
Jackson was nervous that they were a little too clowny. Like you see, like they have kind of red in the cheeks, And so you're like, is this, are we giving it? Are we giving Pennywise? And I'm like, no, I feel like they're definitely holiday. They're spirited. So I'm hoping we get to keep them. But yeah, it was a crazy weekend for me too, basically. Long story short.
Wild. The gingerbread, stuffed gingerbread.
I was so plugged into BravoCon was this weekend, and we'll get to it with 2 gay minutes. But like, I didn't go obviously to Vegas to see all of the Bravo convention that they've been having for the past 5 years or so. But a lot of shit happened. There were a lot of trailers dropped. A lot, some people are being brought back into the fold in the 20th anniversary of OC. We'll get to it later on. But yeah, so again, I think the long story short is I think we both had busy, important weekends,
Yes. Weekends we will never forget.
Absolutely not. How could we? Yes. It rained.
I know. It rained. It rained. I just also want to say in the chat, a question was brought up saying Steele's curls are done with a curling iron. I just want to say no. I just want to defend my hair. I only use a curling iron because, there's always like a curl that's gone astray. Like one curl like over here. Why do you think I'm always fixing my hair? Sometimes there's that one clump and everything. So I just want to say, no. I bring it just to fix one or two.
I love
Don't you think that this is all fake, okay?
I love for everything that gets said in the chat while we record this podcast, the thing that you really had to stop everything and like correct the record on was the status of your curls. I think that's really, really brave of you,
Thank you. As we've established, I am brave.
You are brave. Well, even though we could probably talk about our both equally important, hectic weekends for the entire podcast, should we jump into News for Idiots?
Oh.
Look.
Oh, guys.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it for a long time because, again, we are not Pod Save America. But it would feel weird if we didn't talk about it. On Wednesday, U.S. lawmakers released more than 20,000 pages of documents connected to Epstein, a convicted sex offender who died by suicide in a New York jail in 2019 while awaiting sex trafficking charges. Some of the documents mentioned Trump, who's, y'all's president, including one from Epstein's brother, Mark, which references photos of Trump, quote unquote, blowing Bubba Bubba is a nickname for former President Bill Clinton, but Mark Epstein told Newsweek the individual was not Clinton. He did not provide any additional details about the identity of Bubba or the meaning of the emails. But long story short, we have gotten trickles of this, and the House of Representatives is going to be voting on whether or not to publicly release the full set of Epstein-related government records after a petition to force a vote surpassed the required 218 signature threshold on Wednesday. So the long and short of it is people even within that party are understandably turning their backs, breaking away from this person, from this cult that they have become indoctrinated into, because there's no world in which child sex trafficking and, call it what it is. It is rape. Like the fact that he's involved in these documents to this degree, and we've only seen the first part of it. It's just like, I hope everyone is as sickened as I am, as we are, as the people who always knew we should not vote for this man. Like, I hope if you were under that spell that somehow you're getting a realization that this man is a bad person who has done horrible things for his entire fucking life. And this is not the person to hang your hat on. This is not the person to trust with anything if you cannot trust him with children. Like, it's disgusting. It's deplorable. It is horrifying. And it's causing a lot of divide over there on the right. And for me, it's just like, I don't understand how you're not breaking away from this person. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely everything you just said. I mean, like there are the rumors that were abound, like on social media and everything. Yes, it was like crazy, and you were kind of just like, whoa, like this is wild. Like the whole rumors that like it could have been Bill Clinton. Everyone was just like, what?
Right.
And that was debunked, obviously. But like at the time, everyone was kind of like going nuts and being like, what is this? This is wild and everything. But like, but at the end of the day, like as crazy as these rumors like could be, like at the end of the day, this is a system that did truly abhorrent things to innocent people.
Yes.
This is a very serious matter. And yes, it is very exciting and entertaining that like, oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene is finally like turning her back on Trump, and Trump is pissed at her.
She still sucks,
like,
FYI.
Yes, FYI, guys. Like, she still sucks. But like it getting involved in all the gossip and the juiciness of that, like, sure, yes, like enjoy that or whatever, but like at the end of the day, like what really matters is the victims of these crimes.
Yes.
And the fact that our current president could very well possibly have been involved in, whether he committed the crimes or was involved with the people who committed these crimes, who knows? We don't know yet. The fact that he was involved in any sort of way, shape, or form is what's important. And what's important is that these people get justice.
Yes.
And yes, I mean, it's just a while. I mean, the government opens up and immediately,
right.
It's like, let's go. It's like, you're going on. The
You're
show's at 5:00. You're going on stage. It's very much that kind of energy. So it's like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So our hearts go out to all of the victims of this specific scenario, but also any victim. There's so many people who are victims of sexual assault, and the fact that this is happening on such a public scale has got to be so triggering for those people. So our hearts go out to them as well, especially, but also of course to the victims of this exact crime with these exact people, and they all deserve justice. Like, it's just, I cannot wrap my head around voting for him, being on his side at any point in time, but least of all now. So like, if you're still backing this person, I can't relate to you as a human. I can't. This is, unacceptable, disgusting, horrifying, and, justice should be served. My opinion. All right. Anything else you want to say on that?
No, there's going to be enough said about it in the upcoming weeks. So I guess hunker down, everybody.
Yes, exactly. Protect yourself, protect your peace. This is going to be around, and I know it's traumatic for some. So we're sending you only love and safety. Did you see that person who like bum rushed Ariana Grande at the Singapore premiere of Wicked?
Oh, that loser.
And that person had done that, I think, at a Katy Perry concert at like Lifetime's tour, jumped on stage. And okay, I hear that he's being fined $1,500 or whatever. He deserves, again, I'm a person that's like, oh, in theory, yes, I'm anti the police, whatever. Some people deserve to be fucking fined larger than $1,500. They deserve a day in court because Ariana Grande specifically has gone through so much traumatizing fucking shit in her career about dealing with her fans and being in big public spaces where mass casualties have occurred. Like the watching her be re-traumatized, having Cynthia Erivo have to pull her together in a moment that's supposed to be so celebratory. It's just like, what are you
she wasn't
doing?
Playing.
No.
You better jump in front of me like that.
100%. I will
you.
try. I'll see what I can do. But also, you should jump in front of me. It goes both ways, darling.
I will. I'm smaller than you, though. So, like, I run more of a risk of getting hurt. As we said, I mentioned 138 to 140 pounds is not a lot.
The fact that you love trying to just like make everyone's goodwill for you die by repeating how small and petite you are. Like, please. Anyways.
I'm also a short person.
Okay. Yes. Sure. Anyways, this event.
Listen, I've also been told my head looks big in these 2 Gay Mats videos. So, and people are often surprised when they see us in real life and they find that you're like significantly taller than me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm 5'11". You're 5 what? 7, 8, 6?
5'7" and a half, if we're being technical.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Wicked for Good, this moment of press is supposed to be celebratory. They're finalizing this thing that has taken up between, filming and press has taken up 4 to 5 years of their life. That should be a crowning achievement that she can share with her castmates, her producers, her directors. And you're going to make this selfish act of like, oh, well, I want to get a picture on my Instagram. And like, doesn't matter if she's freaked out by this, scared by this, if security has to pull you away, if Cynthia Erivo needs to physically be in between you and this person. It's just like, I think there's something going on between like with certain people and the way they interact with celebrity. Like, again, we have a podcast. We talk about entertainment. I'm the biggest Mariah stan you will ever see. But you know what happened when Mariah Carey walked by me when we were at that concert? I clutched my chest and said, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm not going to touch anyone, whether or not I feel like I know them through their music, whatever, without their fucking consent. Like, be normal. Be normal.
Bitch, literally, Mariah Carey, literally another point where you were in the same room with her, she leaned in for a hug or an arm wrap around you, and you literally recoiled away from her.
I'm not proud of that moment, but she thought I had a camera and was going to take a picture, but like it was the Hills premiere party and they were supposed to give up your cameras. A lot of people didn't. I did because I follow rules, and so she was trying to hug to take a picture, but there was no picture to be taken. Long and short of it is...
So you were like, don't touch me. I don't have a camera.
I did not say don't touch me. But long story short, respect people's space. Even though they're celebrities, they are people and they don't want you all up in their fucking personal space just because you want to get a cute picture for Instagram. Fine him again. Throw him in a jail for a night. Like, let him not do this ever again. Stop terrorizing these pop girls.
No, he doesn't want a cute picture for his Instagram. He literally wants to be that guy who like traumatizes celebrities. And you know what? He's going to keep... fucking losers. And so he's going to keep doing it if you keep fining him money that he can save in about 3 months.
Yes.
Like, fine him a lot so he stops doing it. Like, or else he's going to keep doing it. He did it to Katy Perry. He's doing it to Ariana Grande.
You don't know who's next. It's probably a young girl, because that's his POV. But also, speaking of fines, Kim Davis paying those gays $360,000 because the Supreme Court was like, bitch, you wasted our time. Iconic. Fine her. Keep finding her again. Speaking of losers.
She's such a fucking loser that even the Supreme Court, even those fucking 6 conservative justices on the Supreme Court were just like, you're too much of a loser for us. We're not even going to hear your case, girl. Unconstitutional. Boo. Goodbye.
It's also just like, bitch, get a hobby. Why are you so obsessed with us? Don't you have 4 failed marriages, but you're so concerned with the sanctity? Do something else with your time and pay this money. You're going to need to get a lot of jobs to pay that money because you wasted all of our time. So get out of here, Kim Davis.
You wasted a whole decade of your life, babe.
I know. Sucks.
Sucks.
Speaking of, some people would call this person a loser. Sydney Sweeney. She responded to her film Christie flopping at the box office. She says, quote, if Christie even gave one woman the courage to take her first step towards safety, then we will all have succeeded. So yes, I'm proud. Why? Because we don't always make art for the numbers. We make it for impact. And Christie has been the most impactful project of my life. This would have been like, okay, whatever. I'm ignoring this. Like, best of luck to you. What's up with that jeans ad? Would be my response to her if that was it. But then Ruby Rose, actress, took to, I believe, social media of some kind. It might be Instagram. She says, quote, The original Christy Martin script was incredible, life-changing. I was attached to play Cherry. Everyone had experience with the core material. Most of us were actually gay. It's part of why I stayed in acting. Losing roles happens all the time. For her PR to talk about it flopping and saying SS did it for the people, none of the people want to see someone who hates them parading around pretending to be us. You're a cretin and you ruined the film, period. Christy deserved better.
Oh, she had words. Wait, so Ruby was attached to this project
according to Ruby. I didn't know that until I saw this comment, but I saw this comment and it was giving, maybe just because I'm watching watching for the first time Sex and the City all the way through, it was very Kim Cattrall responding to Sarah Jessica Parker. And I was like, ooh, there is beef here that that one is more like inscrutable. Like I actually don't know what happened. This Ruby lays it out pretty clearly. Like, if what we believe about Sydney Sweeney and what she has led us to believe with her, family's MAGA parties and her jeans ads is true, then it sounds like Ruby's got a point. And I would love to read that original script. I'd love to see what was so amazing about it. And Ruby just had something to say. And I feel like we as, allies of queer people in the arts deserve to amplify her message. So Ruby, you did that.
I want to see because I don't know what the reviews of the movie were like. I'm just gonna look them up. You also can't trust kids. Don't trust Rotten Tomatoes, but still, it's a helpful resource if you're live on a podcast. It's a 66 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay,
the critic score and a 96 audience score. Okay, so some people like it, whatever. And I do agree with Sydney Sweeney that it's nice to say I do this for the art,
right?
Whatever. Yeah, as someone who made a movie myself that made about $0. You do, that money is not the reason why, make a movie and everything. But then Ruby Rose coming in with this and it's something. It's something.
And it's something that I feel like we don't get as much. I feel like celebrities are more PR trained these days. So this really stuck out like a sore thumb to me. She is pissed, and I don't know what her representation situation is, but she took to Instagram to let it be known that she was pissed. So Ruby, we're with you, girl. Did you watch the teaser for Devil Wears Prada 2?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
It's short. It's truly just you're seeing some heels walk through.
I've seen the heels. I've seen the beginning several times. Yeah.
Yes. It pans up. It is Meryl Streep as Miranda Priestley in the elevator. And then Miss Anne Hathaway gets in with her, turns around, and there's another pair of high heels, probably some famous brand that I should know. Louboutins? Who's to know? And then Meryl says, what took you so long? End of teaser. Brilliant. Thrilling. It comes out May 1st, 2026. Oh, this seems like something I should be doing for my birthday. Maybe we're all going to go see Devil Wears Prada 2 on my birthday because it's only coming out 2 days after I turn my next age.
You said May?
Yeah, May 1st, 2026.
Oh, May 1st. Okay, so I thought you said May 26th. So I just heard May 26th, and I was like, babe, that's a month after your birthday.
No.
But okay, yeah, great. I'll be there if I haven't died of exhaustion on stage.
Yes, I hope you haven't, because I'd love to see you at my birthday party this next year. And I'm excited for that movie because I haven't watched the first one. I also feel like I need to probably watch the original Wicked before this weekend comes up because I can't believe it's already Wicked for good time. But I'm going on Thursday. You're going Saturday, right?
I'm going. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, great.
You're saying you haven't watched Devil Wears Prada, or you haven't watched it in a while?
Well, I haven't watched it in a while. I've of course seen Devil Wears Prada. Come on.
Okay, fair. Okay.
Could you imagine?
Devil Wears Prada. That was that movie that I went to. I went to it after a high school graduation party, and with my friends and everything. And I remember sitting through that movie, and when it was over, I was like, "Guys, this movie was incredible." And they were like, "Yeah, it was really good. I loved it." And I was like, "No. It should be nominated for Best Picture. Incredible. This is a very well done movie." And they were like, "Oh, don't be crazy. Oh God, it was just a chick flick. It's just a chick. Oh God." And these were all girls saying this, so it wasn't like guys disparaging chick flicks and everything. But they were like, "Oh God, oh no." And I was like, "No, this everything about this movie was so tight. The performances, the screenplay, the direction, the look, the costumes, everything was so fucking great." And they thought I was crazy. And guys, what is the movie from 2006 that pop culture still references to this day? It's The Devil Wears Prada.
You were right, and you should say it. That is a great film.
I did say it.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm glad it's held up. I can't wait to watch it again and to watch the new version for my birthday next year. Speaking of acting, Adele is making her acting debut in Tom Ford's adaptation of Cry to Heaven. an Anne Rice novel about castrati in the 18th century Italy. It is Tom Ford's third movie and the first since 2016's Nocturnal Animals. Are you excited to see Adele on the big screen?
I am. And
Yes.
also, I liked Nocturnal Animals. I feel like it did not get like a lot of like buzz or anything when it came out. I thought Nocturnal Animals was really good. So I'm excited to see Tom Ford's next movie. I'm excited to see our friend Adele, who we met.
We did meet
back
her
in the day in 2021, 22. When did we meet her?
I really don't know.
2023. I don't even know. All
Yes.
those years are a blur. Anyway,
100%.
and I remember her it was like a question and answer thing, and someone asked, "Oh, Adele, do you like musicals?" And she was like, "No." She was like, "I don't like musicals." Because someone asked her if she would ever write a musical, and she was like, "No, babe, I don't like musicals." And so I was like, "Oh, interesting." And she's like, "Oh, but you know what? One I really did like. I really like the one. What's the one with the mum? The mum." And I was like, "Gypsy."
Yes.
Gypsy, which is the poster behind me. And I was like, okay, even though she doesn't like musicals, she has good taste in them. But I always interpreted that also to mean like she never wants to act. Like, I figured she didn't like musicals. She never did the school play, school musicals, whatever. She has no interest in acting. But like, I'm wrong. I guess she does have an interest in acting, but just only likes Gypsy.
I guess so. I hope this also means that she'll be making a song for the soundtrack because Adele, she loves to take a long ass break. And maybe this will be a little something, like a little kernel that she can give to us while we wait for the next Adele album. Much like, Rihanna's Friend of Mine was a little kernel as we're waiting for her next record.
A kernel, yeah.
You remember that, Smurfs?
Babe, that was a grain of sand.
Look, she allegedly recorded vocals for that. That's the rumor.
It was exciting. She looked happy in that video. She looked great in that video. And you know what? The song has a beat.
Looked great. Wasn't it just Smurfette? Is she in that video?
She was walking. She was carrying a big flower.
You mean right at the beginning?
Yeah. And at the very end. I think at the very end.
So she was probably in the video for a total of 15 seconds, we're saying?
Yeah. She and I, we both work hard. What can we say? We show up to set when we're needed. They probably called her an hour beforehand. They were like, "Girl, here's a flower. Walk around."
She's like, "Oh, fine."
She was like, "Fine." Yeah, she probably was on that set for about as long as it took me to hop on the subway and get to the theater on Saturday to get on for my role.
What a life, what a life. Speaking of pop stars in movies, Sabrina Carpenter is set to produce and star in a new movie musical based on Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland for Universal Pictures. It's going to be directed by Lorene Scafaria. I don't know if I said that right. Hustlers fame. And apparently Carpenter approached the studio a year ago regarding this, which is apparently a dream project of hers that she had already prepared a pitch and lookbook for. So part of me wonders, okay, if these giant pop stars like Adele and Sabrina Carpenter and Rihanna with the Smurfs are all moving to movies, is music? Is no one making money in music outside of I assume the tours? You got to be making some money there, but I feel like of all of the art forms that have been negatively affected by the internet and the internet age, music took the biggest fucking hit. You sometimes think about remember when albums would go diamond? Remember when people would stop what they were doing to run to the Virgin Megastore to get the album release night? And now it's oh yeah, I need to remember to stream that when I get around. It's I hate, I'm all about accessibility. I always feel they should put pro shots when runs are done on streaming services so more people can experience Broadway. But maybe pay artists a little more, especially musicians. Accessibility we love, but we also want to pay people for the art so everyone doesn't have to become a movie star. I don't know. Maybe this is just me overthinking, but
and there's nothing worse to become than a fucking movie star, guys. Oh God, shit.
I know.
Get out of here.
I think we all agree. Yeah. Glenn Powell, worst case scenario. Nothing worse to be.
Oh my God, he's miserable. Have you seen him? Jeez. Yeah. I mean, but also, it's Gwen Stefani is doing the Wizard of Oz thing. And so it's but that's a TV show, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's a TV show. Yeah.
Because I remember being oh, well, that's something different, But people want to stretch their creative muscles in different ways. They're all Lin-Manuel Miranding it. He's the blueprint.
Yes, he is the real blueprint. Nicki Minaj, I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, I think even before you got on Matt Steele, but Nicki Minaj sucks. It's the kind of long and short of it.
Next topic, sure.
Yeah, sharing
What did she do now?
She was sharing anti-trans White House posts on her social media and keeps praising Donald Trump. I don't know if it's on her TikTok or other social media platforms, but yeah, she's gone full MAGA.
Babe, this week, this is the week you're gonna do it.
Right.
This week,
Yes.
this is the week where everybody's leaving.
I know. So yeah, Nicki Minaj, I don't know what her situation is like health wise. There's a lot that could be going on over there in the Minaj household, but this ain't it, babe. We don't like it. Vine is supposedly going to make a comeback. It's called Divine, and the former
another fucking app I have to download and post shit on. God damn it.
Former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey is funding it. It's going to feature 100K plus classic Vine clips, and it'll let users post new 6-second videos, and it bans all AI generated content, which I think is really the big thing for people.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. Seeing if there's anything else. Euphoria season 3 wrapped. Don't care really. That Apple, look, I buy a lot of stupid Apple stuff. We all know that I really want the Apple Vision Pros. It's true. Even I can't buy the iPhone sock pocket. Have you seen this?
No.
On November 11th, Apple unveiled the iPhone Pocket. It's like a sock, but don't call it one. And it will cost you $149.95 in the US for a short strap design. And the long strap design is $230. It's essentially a cross-body bag that's more of like a piece of cloth than it is a bag.
No.
No, look, I love Apple nonsense, but at some point it's like, whoo, consumerism has to have a limit. I'm not buying a $250 sock. I'm just not.
It's so interesting because Apple's whole aesthetic is like, we are sleek. We are metal, like we are whatever. And these are knitted. Like they're knitted, they're colorful. It kind of doesn't look Apple-y to me, which I think is very interesting. Okay, I guess also like if you feel threatened, you can like pull it off over your head and swing it over your like head and like throw it like at someone.
Right.
What's it called? The Olympic thing that people throw. It's like
someone's got to tell us in the break. It's a track and field event. It's and really strong guys do it. Oh wait, I might be thinking of something else, but we'll talk about it in the break. Someone will know, and we will have not known. Wait, speaking of, not to bring down the mood, something else bad happened to me actually on Friday, and I need to share with the people. Just everyone be cautious. I went to my gym like I go to all the time, and I got one of the lockers in the back and like locked it with a lock I brought from home, and I had my wallet and my iPod case for my AirPods in there. Someone broke into that locker and stole all 3 of my fucking credit cards, and I had to spend hours on Friday calling all of my companies, but please cancel this card. Please send me some new ones. Like, and the thing is, none of the charges went through. They tried to buy $2,000 of something at Ralph's, and all of the cards were like, Matt Palmer would not do this. He is cheap. And so I got no charge or anything.
That fucker would never.
That cheap bitch would never do this. So I get it. And so, nothing went through. I canceled all the cards. It's all fine. And I also get it. Like, it's a fucking tough economy right now, thanks to who's in office. It is, people are losing their jobs. People are losing their benefits. Like, it's really tough out there, but also it just felt like such a violation. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have this illusion going through life that like, I'm safe. And like, what I'm doing is I'm making safe choices and doing safe things. And so it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like a little bit of a violation to that. So maybe that's another reason why I didn't leave the house this weekend. But long story short, everyone keep an eye on your belongings. Make sure that people, you have all the things you think you have. Because at first I got a text that was like, oh, it's a fraud thing. Is this you? And I was like, no, I guess someone got my card number, whatever. But it was like the physical cards were taken out of the wallet. It just felt like a different type of invasion, not a sneeze.
Sorry. Anyway, guys, I have it.
I thought you were getting so emotional, but you were just prepping a sneeze.
No, but I am sorry that happened to you. That fucking sucks. And you feel so like vulnerable, like when something like that happens to you. Like how did they like broke the lock?
I don't know.
That effort?
The thing is, the lock is still together. Like, and I didn't like twist it to lock it. I honestly don't know if the locker itself was broken and there was a way to, I don't know how they did it, but just like as far as the timing and as far as like the parts of the day where I knew I had my cards and to when I did not, it was 100% the gym. So I called the gym, let them know, and they're like, yeah, we'll keep an eye and like make sure to keep an eye out in the locker rooms. We're not liable, but thank you for telling us. I'm like, yes, I know. I'm not trying to sue you, but like, thanks or whatever.
Well, add them to the list of losers.
I know, more losers.
More losers.
Okay. The rumor is Taylor Swift's filming a music video for Elizabeth Taylor in the UK next week. I really loved her Fate of Ophelia video, so I hope it is as good as that. But I guess we'll see if that actually comes to fruition.
I'm surprised. I think all the kids were really like screaming for Opalite to be the next single, but
I was thinking Opalite as well. So
I prefer Elizabeth Taylor though. So
wow, it's all about you then. I'm glad you and Taylor have the same taste in her own music.
This week, all about me.
Is there anything else you want to tell the people? Any additional news for idiots items you want to share?
I don't think so.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick break and then be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast.
I'm very excited. I just want to let everyone know I have not gone to the bathroom since my show because I rushed home to set this up. So I really got to go to the bathroom. So I might rush through the second half. Who knows? But before anything, I do anything, Matt, I will luxuriate in your telling of what the people should do because this is a very important part of the podcast.
It absolutely is, guys. Thank you so much for listening to and or watching the podcast. If you enjoy us, please go to your Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave us a 5-star rating and or review. We do only accept 5 stars, so if you have something negative to say, you can keep it to yourself. You also should go to patreon.com/2gaymats and get extra bonus content from us so very regularly. Also, this weekend I listened to the Olivia Dean album, her latest, which features Man I Need, and put that up for a one Matt only special event. And so you should listen to my reaction to that. She's incredible. What a voice. Very talented UK artist. She's like 26 and stunning and inspired by like Adele, inspired by, the Amy Winehouses of the world. And so if you're into that soulful pop that can be enjoyed by all ages, Olivia Dean might be for you. And Matt Steele, what section of the podcast are we on?
This is Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO. We have a question from the wonderful Q. And Q says, she is risen, a.k.a. Robin is back.
Yes.
Hi, Mats. In honor of our Lord and Savior, Robin's return with dopamine, I finally decided to do something I've never done before. Listen to a Robin album not named Honey in full. I, like any other queer person, am very familiar with her more famous songs like Dancing on My Own and became acquainted with the likes of Indestructible, original and acoustic versions, and With Every Heartbeat, which is my personal favorite Robin song because of the bonus Patreon video you did on her over 7 years ago. But I never really checked out the Body Talk series and her 2005 self-titled album in full. Well, I finally listened to Robin, self-titled, and oh my God, what a brilliant collection of bulletproof, melodic, heartfelt, fun pop songs that stretch from Cobra Style to Who's That Girl weirdly reminded me of the opening 7 to 8 song stretch in Mayhem, where I didn't necessarily love every song equally, but was stunned by the consistency and proficiency and versatility on display. It was one of those moments when you just know you're listening to a student and master of pop at work, just showing off how good they are at this music shit. When I realized there were only 3 songs left on the album, I was genuinely disappointed because I didn't want the experience to end, and I haven't felt that while listening to a pop album in so long. Well, now to my question. If someone asked you to put together a perfect 12 to 14 compilation album of Robin songs from the self-titled album through Honey, what would make your lists? Note, you can't pick any songs that were released as singles in the U.S. Fuck.
This is
Meaning with every heartbeat, Handle Me, Dancing on My Own, Hang With Me, Indestructible, Call Your Girlfriend, Can't Be a Part of Your Answers. I'm waiving this rule for the Honey album because it seems like nearly every song on it was released as a single, judging by the wiki page. Wow. I didn't read the you can't pick singles. Okay. I did make a playlist for a gentleman I was dating.
Oh.
For Robin.
Good.
Because he was newly dating men. And so I was like, well, I need to teach you how to do it. And the first way...
how to date men in the first way
how
is Robin.
How to date men is by listening to Robin.
Of course.
Yes, and so that's how you become a guy who likes guys. It will touch your soul. And he was very much a metalhead and like loved country music and everything. So I don't know how he felt about Robin. I think he enjoyed her, but can't say it was his bag. But I made him a giant playlist. And so of the, the self-titled, you know what I want on there? I want the ballad, the slower, more acoustic version of Robot Boy.
Absolutely.
It's not on US streaming.
I hate it that it's not.
If you go to, I mean, it's also the version that's on streaming is also excellent. But if you go to YouTube and you do Robot Boy, I don't know, acoustic version or slower ballad version, I don't know. But it's truly, truly stunning.
Yes.
And so I'd absolutely picked that. Is Be Mine one of the ones I can't use?
I'm picking Be Mine, whether the rules say
I'm
we
picking
can or
Be
not.
Mine.
Yes.
Be Mine is fucking excellent.
It's perfect.
With every heartbeat, can't use that because it was a single. God damn it, I love it. Like You,
yes.
fantastic.
Also, the slow version of Bum Like You is unbelievable.
Yes.
And I have to I have a Spotify where it like pulls from some of your local files, and I was trying to listen to this album again just in preparation for Dopamine's dropping, and I couldn't figure out how to get the original versions of Robot Boy and Bum Like You onto my phone. It was freaking me out, but it finally got it to work. And the thing is, you think of Robin, you think of big up-tempo pulsating beats, but don't sleep on her fucking ballads. Like even her mid-tempos, like Should Have Known at the end of that album, Eclipse, like these are gorgeous, gorgeous records. I feel like we as a culture are so wrapped up in body talk that we forget about that self-titled record. So that is absolutely a couple of songs I would put on my list.
Yes, and it's very much a testament to like a well-written song when you can have like pulsating like Robin song but I'm going to say like Bum Like You and Robot Boy are like pulsating songs, but they're like up tempo. They sound like a little boppier and everything.
Yeah.
But then when you like make them a ballad version, like it has like so much heft to it, but while still having the charm of like a pop song.
Yes.
Like they're still charming. They're not super saccharine or serious. They are just beautiful. Like, so there's slow versions of Bum Like You and Robot Boy. Check them out, Q.
Yes.
So if I had to pick other ones, I would say, you can't do like Hang With Me. You know what song I always fucking loved by Robin? That is Criminal Intent. I love Criminal Intent. I love Include Me Out.
Include Me Out is everything. Include Me Out is everything. I think it has an offensive word being used in that a couple of times, but again, it was a different time. It was 10 years ago. It was like around the time of Christian Siriano on Project Runway, and that word was used a lot in the pop culture. We don't use it anymore, but song-wise, excellent. Include Me Out would absolutely be on mine. And I feel like we talk about Indestructible, the acoustic version, every 5 minutes. I forget the rules if that's included or not, but it's great. I also love Get Myself Together. I love Time Machine. I feel like there's that final section of Body Talk. There's so much great shit that we don't talk about, and those would absolutely be up there for me. And then I also love her collaborations with Royksop. Monument is an excellent, excellent piece of music, as is Do It Again, but Monument, I think, is my favorite of their collaborations on there, because they did like an album together, or like a little EP together, and Monument is otherworldly if you haven't heard it.
Yeah, and so the ones that were not released as singles on Honey, I would say I love Human Being so much.
Same.
It's just so haunting and scary and weird. I love Between the Lines. I really like Robin. She's just great, and I'm so happy she's back, and I'm so glad that Dopamine is great.
And I know it was a single, but I just have to shout out Fucking Ever Again. That is a brilliant, brilliant song. A great finale to Honey. We love Robin. We love Robin. We love Robin.
Everything. Just put everything on the playlist. God.
Put it all.
God.
It's all best stuff. It's all best stuff. But thank you, yes, so much for the question.
Okay, are we on to do you have a 2 gay minutes?
I do. Okay, yeah, I thought we might have had another question, but yes, no, I'm on to.
We do. We got an email from the wonderful Jacob Spees, who we love, asked us if we'd ever seen the show Nashville.
We haven't.
But we love you, Jacob Spees.
We love you, Jacob. And it's Spees, not Spies. The more you know.
It's Spees. I know. He spells it Spies, but it's Spees. He's a trickster. Yeah.
Okay, I have a 2 gay minutes.
So this is 2 gay minutes. This is the section of the podcast where one of the Matts rambles on about something the other Matt doesn't give a shit about for 2 minutes and 2 minutes only. Matt Palmer is here today to give us his 2 gay minutes.
Yes.
Matt Palmer, are you ready?
I am ready.
Great. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, this is basically just my dissertation about BravoCon. It seems like such an amazing thing. I would want to go, and like I have a friend of mine, my friend Sarah, is like, we should go. And I do want to go, but part of me is like, bitch, I have a podcast. They should invite me to go. They should invite me to host the panel. I realize that like can talk about Bravo for a max of 2 minutes every episode, but whatever. Bring me on, fucking Bravo people. But things to point out, the Potomac panel was amazing. I love that Monique is back, and I love that Monique and Giselle have mended fences. I think that's a beautiful thing. I think Kiarna and Angel both need to go next season. They're bringing down all of us watching that. At the Bravos, Vicky Gunvalson, who was, the main person on the first season of Orange County Housewives, who has, slowly left the fold. She got demoted to a friend. She's not been on the show in the last couple of years, but next year is going to be the 20th anniversary of Housewives of Orange County, which is 20th anniversary of Housewives in general. And so Andy during the show gave her orange back, so she is going to be included in the cast next season. The whole cast was excited, but it's also like, bitch, that means some of you guys are getting fired. So I would vote Emily off the island. I think Gretchen doesn't need to come back. There's a way to make the cast good again. This cast was a mess. I'm trying to think of other things. Oh, the Potomac preview was amazing. The fact that Andy sits down with Karen on camera, and Karen is available to be like, I am ready to talk about my addiction. And this is happening not in a standalone special, but actually an episode of Potomac. Brilliant. I was excited about the Summer House panel because Kyle and Amanda are supposedly living in different locations these days. Even though they are married, and they did not. They were sat next to each other, but it didn't seem to interact so much. I was happy to see West and Sierra are now friendly. That was beautiful. The Housewives of Rhode Island trailer looked interesting, but all those women look exactly the same. Trying to think of anything else that happened over the weekend. There was so much BravoCon content. I appreciated that Portia confirmed she's dating a woman. I think that's great. I like that Andy Cohen said that he texted with Nene Leakes over a month ago. So like, there's probably a way that the door could be a little open, even though she sued the network. Bravo's great. And invite me to be on Bravo.
That is 2 minutes.
Yes.
Invite Matt Palmer to host something.
I would.
Don't invite me, please. Actually, I could make it entertaining. But
you did a great job when we were guests on Bitch Sesh.
Listen,
and
I did my homework.
Yes.
And guys, as an understudy, I know how to fly by the seat of my fucking pants and not know what I'm doing up on that stage, but somehow make it look like I know what I'm doing.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of, congratulations to Casey and Danielle, who hosted us on Bitch Sesh, for being, hosting a panel, and also Danny Pellegrino, who has been on this podcast before, hosted a couple of panels and did like a State Farm pop-up. I'm just happy to see people we know peripherally have so much success, and put in a good word for me, darlings, because I'd love to be there and to have someone else pay for
Danny. Sure. Danny Pellegrino is a super sweet guy.
Oh,
he's
the
so
sweetest, and like his life, everything's going so great. I'm a big fan. He's a sweet guy.
We love him.
So is it time for Travis Tracks?
It's absolutely time for Travis Tracks. This is the section of the pod. Oh, what happened?
Sorry, one last thing, and I know I've done my 2 minutes. I don't care so much about Teresa and Melissa mending fences. It seems like they're just trying to get New Jersey back off the ground. Dolores is right. We don't want to see it. I don't care if you're friends or not friends. Stop talking about your relationship on this show. It's not interesting, and that's probably half the reason the show's on pause. Okay.
It seems like you have a thing against the Northeast, Matt Palmer. You said all those Rhode Island. You think all Rhode Islanders look the same, and you are angry at these New Jersey women for literally just trying to work.
Hey, I'm excited about Summer House there in the Hamptons, and the Next Gen NYC panel seemed like it went well. There are Northeastern things on Bravo I'm excited about, just not Jersey or Rhode. Maybe Rhode Island will be great. Because we just have 2 minutes of them. Truly, we've seen nothing.
All right. Well, a lot can happen in 2 minutes. You could go through the whole explanation of what the fuck everything is in 2 minutes.
It's true.
So, yeah. Okay, so this is Travis Tracks. This is where I go through the playlist that I sent my roommate Travis, who doesn't know anything about pop music. It's every song that he needs to know that came out between the year he was born and today, and it's 365 songs, so it's a song a day. So that is 7 songs in the week. I lied to y'all last week. I thought Lemonade was coming up this week. It's not. Lemonade's next week. I'm so sorry. We still have to get into a little more 2015 into 2016. So next is a song that Matt Palmer, you love and I love. Yes. And the world should love. And that is by the wonderful Casey Musgraves. And it is a song called Late to the Party.
Oh, a classic.
I know.
One of her best.
I know.
Yes.
Travis says, super cute, catchy. I do really like her voice, and her lyrics are so clever.
all right, Travis. I love every
Yes.
time you give me an update. I'm like, I love Travis. What a genius. And like, oh, I hate Travis. The worst. I go back and forth very quickly.
Yeah, support for Travis waxes and wanes on this podcast.
It does.
And next is my favorite Casey Musgraves song, the song that will forever make me cry whenever I hear it. That is Somebody to Love. And he says literally the same thoughts as Late to the Party. I love all of her lyrics, and I actually really, really like her.
Oh, he's a little Casey. He's a little Musgrave.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know. I wonder how he's going to feel about Golden Hour.
Well, I don't know how many songs of those are represented. Probably not that many.
There's 1, 2.
Okay. That's something.
I forget. Whatever. So next is a song by Miss Kelly Clarkson that she released.
Yes.
Called Piece by Piece.
Original version?
I gave her the ballad. I gave him the ballad version.
Okay.
Where she sings about her father, her stepfather, her children, her husband.
At the time. Yeah.
Devastating song. She cried on national television singing it.
Yes.
Travis thinks it's totally fine. Lovely, but I don't think I'll come back to it.
Like, is there a heart in the chest? Like, I feel like we
I
need to do a
don't
scan.
know.
How do you listen to the ballad version of Piece by Piece and be like, yeah, it's fine? Like, no, it's earth-shattering.
Did you listen? Did you listen? I need to explain it to him. I need to sit him down. I need to fly back to LA.
That's the thing.
Even tie him to a chair.
Without the context of what the song means, her life story, her relationship with her parents, it just resonates.
Yeah. It's just a beautiful song. That
Stunning.
melody. The vocal. Get out of here, Kelly. God damn it. Anyway, next track. We got to keep moving on. Hands to Myself by Miss Selena Gomez.
He's got to love this.
I mean, hello, and just a Julia Michaels penned, brilliant. Like the song that really like made us go, okay, we are doing sparse in 2016, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Hands to Myself. He says, fun. If you can believe it, I don't think I've heard this before. I had no idea this was how Selena Gomez sounded. I'm so out of it.
You are out of it, but I'm glad it was positive, because that is one of the top tier Selena songs for me. It's not quite at Bad Liar level, but it is up there. Like, that's just a brilliant, brilliant piece of music.
It's so good.
It's great.
Next song is another fantastic Selena Gomez song, and that is a song called Good For You.
Come on.
I remember when Matt Palmer played this song, and he was just like, fuck yes.
And you will say before, I was not like a little Selenator. I wasn't like super into her, but that song, I was like, oh no, this is it. That
album's like, she's doing something here. It's a very good album. It's
very
excellent.
Good album. Yeah.
He says, cute, but nothing special in my opinion. Like, what the fuck? The
Stocks are down on Travis after that one.
Legitimately. So here's a song that's kind of random that I'm just kind of happy I included because I always thought it was fucking fun. And that is a song from Madonna's album Rebel Heart called Bitch, I'm Madonna. If you want to hear some noise and something aggressive. Truly. He says, she sounds like a 25-year-old. That is crazy. Honestly, good for her keeping it fresh. This is not my jam, but it's fun and I'm happy for her.
I think that is an appropriate response to Bitch, I'm Madonna. It's like, this isn't good, but good for her.
But I'm happy for her. It's fun. She's doing something nuts. She's just giving us like, and whatever. That music video where she's just running around that room all in like one take and everyone's just falling on top of each other. But the director's like, just keep going. Just keep filming. Just keep filming.
I just love that there are some celebrities who are there in person and there's like Beyonce and Nicki Minaj just on TV screens going like, it's like, okay.
And like an overlay because she was like, I want all these famous people. I want all these cameos and everything. And there's some cameos like in real life, like Chris Rock is there. And like,
it's very strange.
And, but other people, you could tell she like asked like, hey, Beyonce, you want to do this thing? Hey, Miley, you want to do this thing? And they were like, we'll send you a 5-second clip of us saying, bitch, I'm Madonna, and you can overlay it. It's pure Madonna shamelessness. And that is why she is a goddamn star, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I love her, and I think this song is super fun. But last song of the day, it is a song by Miss Rihanna. The last song by Rihanna on this playlist.
Okay, may she rest.
From an album. May she rest. It is from an album of hers. called Anti, which was, her big finale. And
Don't say that. There might be
very
a follow-up.
It's very much considered like she's like, I'm doing my artsy shit now. And she released a song on there that is really wonderful. And it's called Love on the Brain. And Travis said, and I don't think he meant this as shade.
Oh, God. What'd he say?
He says, solid, a good background song. I don't think he meant that as shade. I think he meant like it's a good song to have playing in the world. I gotta tell him like that's not a nice thing to say.
That's like me saying Emily in Paris is great. A great show to pregame to, or like to have on while you're doing other things. It's like how that was our review of the Miley Cyrus movie. It's like it's great for a background moment. Like that's not positive.
I think he meant it like positively. I do.
Okay.
I do. We love Rihanna. Miss her. Love on the Brain is great.
It is great.
And those are Travis tracks.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Is it time for Giving Me Moments?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, mine won't take too long because I feel like my Giving Moments every other week is this, but just so we can all know where we are in Sex and the City. Again, it was a long, rainy weekend, and so we watched several more episodes. And also, season 5 of Sex and the City is pretty short because apparently Sarah Jessica Parker was pregnant during the filming of it, so it's only 8 episodes while the other seasons are like 12 to 18. But I'm still invested. I still very much care, and Charlotte has just met Harry, and I think Harry is a great foil for her. Like, she's so type A and uptight, and he's so loosey-goosey, and like, I don't know, they seem like they have such a nice relationship where they can balance each other out a bit more because she's so tightly wound, and like having someone like Harry around who apparently is very good in bed with her. Like I'm happy for her. I'm happy for them. Excited to see where they go together. I'm so happy that Big has moved across the country, so at least we get a break from Big because I fucking hate him. And Carrie is now dating a guy named Berger, who is a fellow writer who generally I think he's so cute. Like of all of Carrie's love, well, I think Aiden's cute too, but Berger, there's just something like very relatable, cute to me about like it's Ron Livingston is the actor. I don't know if you've ever seen him before, but he plays Berger on the show and he does a good job. He's also a writer and he's a little thin-skinned for my taste. Like he just got mad at her for like making a simple comment about like no woman in New York runs around wearing scrunchies, and he like could not, like he was so butthurt about it and like almost dumped her basically. And he was like, I just like, she loved your fucking book. Why are you being such a nerd about this? I'm interested to see where it goes. Miranda is finally admitted that she's in love with Steve. And even though I go back and forth with Steve, I do think they belong together. And so I'm excited. I hope she gets the gumption up to tell him they have a baby together. Might as well tell him you love him. So even if he has a girlfriend, just tell him. I bet I'll respond.
Maybe, apparently they didn't belong together, babe, because in Just Like That, he's out there stupping nuns.
I don't think And Just Like That is canon. And tell me in the comments below. I don't believe, like people must consider that just a fever dream. Like they must feel like the Sex and the City story ends. I think after the first movie, because the second movie is also a mess, but whatever. I think she and Steve needed to have their moment together, a moment in the sun. And I think they will, but I'm waiting. And lastly, Samantha just started dating an actor guy who's really good at doing role play with her because he's an actor, and she's having a great time. I love
girl, an actor. Turn back. No, red flag. Actor, no.
Hey, sweetie, would you date an actor since they do your job too, or would you be like, I'm less interested in this?
No, I would date an actor if I fell in love with an actor. Yes, I'm just making jokes and playing pretend. I know, but I mean,
it would be. Yeah. I think it's weird to date someone who does your exact job. Like if someone, because it's like can get. I've known people. I won't say. I've known people who get together doing the exact same job, and there becomes to be a bit of a competitiveness, and I wouldn't want that.
Well, you know me. You know I've never dated anyone who is like me in any way, shape, or form.
True.
So if I were to date an actor, he would not be my type. Like he would not be like, we would not be going out for the same roles. Like I always have dated guys that are like extremely different from me, whether it be like look, personality, whatever. So I don't think I have to worry about that. I'm always like attracted to, I've dated very few actors. I've dated a lot of like, I'm always, when I'm on set and like I have a crush on someone on set, everyone's always like, oh, do you have crushes on like the actors? I'm like, no, I got crushes on the crew guys.
I mean,
like, I'm just like, oh, like they're working so hard and they're just like making their money. Like they're just like setting things up and everything. And they just have such good, I'm just like, I always have a crush on like the second AC or some random shit like that.
It's also, I feel like of the crew, there are also people like the people who have to like hold the fucking cameras and like there's like big shit on the set. And it's like, you've got to be a sturdy individual. And you know, we both love a sturdy individual. And so I feel like I've also been on sets where I'm like, whoa, what's his deal? And it's always like, married with a kid or whatever. But it's something to note. It's always a question that gets asked.
Yeah, and it's like, babe, if you can hold that camera all day, can you hold 138 to 142 pound me all day?
I was praying you wouldn't say your weight again. I was truly over here praying, like, don't let him say it. Don't let him say it.
No, but like I could see myself dating someone like in the industry in some sort of way, but not necessarily doing the exact same thing that I do in the industry. So we still have interest in each other's interests, but different aspects of that. I think that's the way to keep a relationship fresh. And I say this as someone who has not had a serious relationship in about 5,000 years. So don't take my advice, I guess, whatever.
No,
but
I think it's good advice.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And the only other thing I want to say is I'm enjoying Sex and the City, and also Donkey Kong Bonanza is great. And I feel like a lot of people are down on the Switch too. I'm waiting for them to release more games, absolutely. But Donkey Kong Bonanza is very fun. If you're a fan of Super Mario Odyssey, which was the Switch launch title, the Mario one, you'll be a fan of Donkey Kong Bonanza as well. It is very fun. It's easy, but not like too easy. And it's fun to, I don't know. I highly recommend that game so far. I'm not that far into it, but it's making me smile same way Super Mario Odyssey made me smile. And also I think it's so funny that Donkey Kong has like a sidekick whose name is Pauline, and she is a 13-year-old girl who got turned into a rock, but now she's back to being a little girl when we're playing the game. And you know what her big talent is? Singing. So whenever she has to like be involved and like open this door that won't open, she'll just be like, oh, Pauline, you got to do what you got to do. And she literally is like, ho, ho. And then the door opens. I'm like, I love her. She's a little ex-Tina.
Maybe that is how the person broke into your locker in the gym. They just sang the lock off so delicately and beautiful.
No, I think if the lock's not going off with my vocals, nobody else in that gym could hold a candle.
It's true. It's true. We all know you were the best vocalist in that gym.
Hey, now we said it. And now we said it. So, but no, Matt Steele, what has been giving you moments, darling?
So I did see some cinema this week. We're going to talk about it really quick. I did see the movie Sentimental Value, which won the second place prize at the Cannes Film Festival this year. It's by the director. I always thought it was Joachim Trier, but I've heard people say in the past couple weeks Joachim Trier and Joachim Trier. And I'm like, how do you say his name? I don't know. Someone educate me on that. It's the same guy who did The Worst Person in the World back in 2021. You saw that movie. I remember you really loved it. And so it is a movie. It's the same actress, and I believe one of the actors in Worst Person in the World also has a part in this movie. Renata Reinsve, she is the lead in this movie, and she plays an actress who has this younger sister, and their dad is this really, really successful film director. Their mom has just recently died, and the dad was never around because divorced from the mom like early on when they were young and everything. And the dad goes to his daughter, played by Renata Reinsve, hey, I wrote this movie. It's my best script ever. I want you to play the role. And she's just like, I am not working with you. We barely have a relationship. And so I am not interested in the slightest. And so he hires this actress played by Rachel Kemp, who's like famous, who's played by Elle Fanning, to play this role. And it's just sort of like an exploration of like these two sisters dealing with their absent father, like sort of now wanting to make this movie that's kind of loosely based on his like family's life, not necessarily like his like daughter's life or anything, but like his like family, like his mother and everything like that. And he wants to film it in the house that his family grew up in and everything that his daughters grew up in. It's really, really great. And the performances are really fantastic. I thought like Elle Fanning is always excellent and everything. Stellan Skarsgård is definitely getting an Oscar nomination. I believe Renata Reinsve is getting an Oscar nomination. I really, really loved Inga Lilias, I believe her name is. She plays the younger sister. She's really excellent. I really recommend you see it, especially if you really loved Worst Person in the World. So yeah, definitely recommend that one. But also other things giving me moments. Bitch, I made my off-Broadway debut.
Yes!
And girl, and like I did it in the only way I could do it, and that is in the most chaotic way possible. And that is just being hurled in to the deep end of the ocean and being told to swim. And like I loved, I haven't been on stage like outside of the Two Gay Mats live shows. I haven't like acted in a stage production in over 10 years.
Wow.
And
is that true?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, girl.
I didn't realize that.
And so, yeah, because, there's not as much theater in LA and everything. I've been focusing on film and television and all that. And so just like being able to go out there with an audience, with a very supportive, like fellow cast mate troupe, with a script that's genuinely hysterical, like playing a really, really fun role. Like it's just the best feeling, especially because it's like, when you do it like 4 times in a row, like I definitely like saw my progression through each show and everything. And the last, like I don't want to sound like an annoying actor, but it's kind of just like, I love making people feel good. Like I love making people in an audience feel good. And when you're doing a comedy, especially, you can really get that feedback directly from them. And it's so wonderful. And today I just had like a moment on stage where I said a line, and it's not meant to be a funny line in the slightest, because it's like a paragraph of like dialogue that I have. It's a small little paragraph. The line that ends that paragraph is supposed to be the funny part, but the paragraph opens with me going, "Oh God, I'm such a mess, y'all." And in the last show I just did, I guess something about how I said it was, I guess, entertaining or amusing, and the audience, it was the loudest laughter I got all day. And the audience was clapping for like 30 seconds.
What?
25, 30 seconds for this random ass line. And I'm just like, wait, guys, shut the fuck up. The line after it is supposed to be the funny line. But and so I like had to like we all had to kind of like pause,
right,
and like wait for it to be done, and I had to sort of like act a little, like pretending like I'm pausing on purpose and everything. And so it was like I've never had a moment quite like that before, where I was just like, I guess I nailed that fucking line, like where I was just like, oh, thank you, audience. Like I just like felt an outpour of love and from the audience, and like in that moment, and the fact that it was for truly the most like random line just made me feel so good, because I was just like, I guess. The shitty thing is though, girl, every time I say that line now, I'm going to be fucking expecting it, and I'm not going to get it.
I know.
I'm not going to get that laugh.
I'm such a mess, y'all. And just kind of stand on stage.
Smile, and I freeze. I wait for 30 seconds, and I hear the round of applause in my head.
Everyone's
like, then I go into the next line. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was just like a truly like incredible moment where I was just like, oh God. I love, to quote Mira Sorvino in her Academy Award winning performance in the movie Mighty Aphrodite, after she's just describing this lengthy, like pornographic, like scene she just did, where she plays up like a porn star, and she's like talking about this very graphic scene, and she's describing and everything, and she's like, and I realized in that moment, I like acting. I want to study. And so it was in that moment where I realized I like acting. I'm glad I studied.
Yeah.
And I paid off my student loans this year, finally.
Yes.
Yes. Only took 15 years. It's fine.
Hey, never too late.
Got paid off, baby.
100%.
So yeah, that was very much a moment for me. So.
Well, Matt Steele, I can't say it enough. And speaking for all the Kathys out there, we are so incredibly proud of you. We cannot wait to see you in all the other tracks. I can't wait to hear them tell of how everyone's so obsessed with you and your performance. And I can't wait to hear about the next time you go on. And I hope that every weekend or every day that you go on, I have as lazy of a day as I had, so that we can just be offsetting energies across the country from one another. You know, I think
you
it's only
deserve that. You deserve that. You deserve to have a lazy weekend where you sit and you watch your blow your speakers out streaming numbers just go up and up and up.
Yes. Well, but I bet this time next week we'll be at 1 million, which is also like, I think about like songs I've had out for like a decade, and it's like 700,000. It's like, okay, whatever. I can't think about it too hard.
Don't think about it too hard. Matt Palmer
No.
music available now.
Available now. But no, we are so proud of you. Congratulations again. Eternally, eternally proud. You are a superstar, a talent, and you fucking killed. And again, we love.
Well, I love y'all. Thanks
Yes.
so much. I appreciate it.
Anything else you want to share with the people?
That's it. I need to go to the bathroom, eat something. Let me tell you, all day yesterday, I ran out the door and I hadn't eaten anything all day. Because Lauren knows I slept in and then I did laundry and I was like, I'll eat something on my way to the theater. I did not eat a single thing. I went to the theater and I was like, Drew, can I have a protein bar? And he gave me one of his protein bars. Then when I came home, I ran to the refrigerator, shoved a handful of kale into my mouth. So I was running on those two shows. I was running on a protein bar and a handful of kale.
Hey,
and I did
that's all you
it.
need, and you did it.
That's all you need.
Fucking did it.
Actually,
Congrats
everyone
again.
eat. Everyone eat all
Yes.
your more healthily than that. But
Absolutely. Michelle Obama would be
Yeah.
pissed, but you got through it. You got through it.
yes, there was kale involved, so it's not the worst thing.
Right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening and or watching the podcast. We'll be back next week with more 2Gay Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye.